Okay guys, so in the past few decades we have had F1 cars race around a 15 plus mile course, a highway, a green hell, and a track which basically resembles riding a bike around your sitting room. But you know what we haven't done? We have yet to race in the desert, and you know what that means? Las Vegas, of course. But sir, where on earth are we going to put such a track? Oh, good question, Ted. Oh, I don't know, maybe put it in a car park or something? You know, you do the rest.
The 1981 and 1982 Caesars Palace Grand Prix both took place in the exotic city of Las Vegas on a track which had 14 corners. What really hampered the experience for the drivers, however, was how the track was often twisted back on itself in an anti-clockwise direction, which put strain on the drivers' necks, combined with the desert heat which exceeded 35 degrees. This obviously made the drivers' jobs much tougher in the sweltering heat, with the track direction also putting serious strain on the drivers' necks.
Retired F1 driver John Watson, who raced in the two races in Las Vegas, has since said that the main reason the sport raced in the car park was so that the hotel would attract many big spenders. They would all be in aid of the casino the hotel had, which the hotel was hoping would benefit from an increased revenue, but unfortunately, this had the opposite effect. To give you an idea of just how repetitive the track felt for the drivers, here is some onboard footage of Alain Prost driving a lap in 1981.
So here we go, we're riding on board with Alain Prost in 1981 for the Caesars Palace Grand Prix, and so just exiting the pits and coming to the end of the start-finish straight, we enter turn 1, which is a tight left-hander, and before going onto what is a straight bit of track before entering a kink, a left-hand kink on this straight, and then just at focus you can see the sign for Caesars Palace, which was really a major landmark on this track, and obviously coming out of a right-hander and onto this another straight before entering a right-hand kink, which is almost like the first few corners, but obviously twisted on itself like a snake, if you like. And you see how this is very similar with where we've just come out of a left-hand corner, but this time it's almost made up of 2 turns and then going to another left-hand kink before entering a tight right-hander, which is basically another hairpin. And you see just how many hairpins there are on this track compared to today, like at circuits like Hockenheim, for instance, where there's literally only one. And you see another one here, and it makes obviously getting past cars that little bit harder, especially in these days, in the early 80s. And we're now coming to the end of the lap now, where Alain Prost is entering the back straight, and in those sequence of corners you can really understand how repetitive it felt for drivers such as Alain Prost.
It was without much surprise then that the Caesars Palace Grand Prix would no longer feature on the F1 calendar moving forward, as there were simply too many negatives which sprung up. Now I suppose you're thinking the car park just went back to how it was before. Well, in the track's place is now nothing more than a shopping mall.